Chaka Khan's son unalived my homeboy. And yes, I'm talking about the famous singer, Chaka Khan. Yes, her son shot my homeboy in the face with an M16 in Chaka Khan's house. All over a female that I bet he don't even give two fucks about today. Around this time, I'm either 13 or 14, so this like the first time somebody close to me been unalived. And shit funny, because when you young, you always hear about bad shit happening to people, but you always feel like it can never happen to you. So when it hit close to home, you be like, damn, what the fuck? So I had a homeboy named Chris. And Chris was like a homie that like lived around the hood, but he never actually got put on, but he hung out with all the homies. To be real, he should have got put on because he was already labeled as one of us because he hung with us every day. So pretty much, you know, Chris, he was trying to be a rapper around this time, right? So him trying to be a rapper led him to hooking up with Chaka Khan's son because they had a recording studio in her house. So pretty much months going by and he constantly going over there to record songs. It used to be him, his best friend, but supposedly his best friend because he didn't want to set him up to be unalived, and Chaka Khan's son. But every time they go over there, it's somebody else there too. It's Chaka Khan's son girl. And the whole time she digging on a homie, which is not out of the ordinary because the homie used to have bitches. Like no exaggeration, like damn near half his funeral was females he used to talk to. So pretty much she digging on a homie and they end up fucking around. Now I don't know exactly where they was fucking around at, but I think it was at the house because the house was supposedly big, so he could like duck off with her and shit. Now supposedly this going on for a while, and we all know what's in the dark always come to the light, so eventually old boy end up catching on. The homie, he go over there one day to record, and he end up confronting him about the shit. He confront the homie, and they end up getting into a squabble in front of the house. Or I don't remember if it was in front of the house, but it was somewhere at the house. They squabble up, and after they end up squabbling, the nigga end up pulling a pew-pew on the homie. Now, I don't know if the best friend had told on this nigga or not, but I think that's exactly what happened. So pretty much the homie leave that night, you feel me? And he tell niggas what happened and shit, but he kind of like on some shit like, fuck it, he ain't really tripping. But at the same time, he still messing with old girl on the low. Allegedly. Because I think old boy thought he was still messing with old girl on the low, but he really wasn't. So anyways, one night he comes to my house, and this is the same night he ended up passing away. I don't know if he like ran away from home or he got kicked out or what was going on, but he couldn't go home. So we trying to ask my mom to let him spend the night. But you know, back then, moms want to talk to motherfuckers' parents and make sure shit good and all that type of shit. So she like, let me talk to your mom. And since he was either running away or got kicked out, he couldn't do that. Shit crazy too, because I was selling weed at the time, right? And before that nigga left, I smoked all my tree up with that nigga. I'm talking about the re-up and everything. Like subconsciously, I knew this was gonna be the last time I seen him or something. So anyways, while we smoking and shit, he telling me about how he got back cool with Chaka Khan's son. And that his best friend had called him earlier to come back over there so they could record. And that shit crazy because I remember the homies telling that nigga like, look, don't go back over there based on the situation that happened before. But the homie seeing this like his only opportunity to make it. You feel me? So he like, fuck that, I'm gonna just take a chance. But he not knowing it's a whole setup though. When he end up getting back over to Chaka Khan's house, old boy was standing in the front of the house drunk. And I'm guessing he also had the pew-pew on him or nearby. So pretty much he end up confronting the homie and they have words with each other. And I guess old boy was trying to make it seem like everything was good. Now supposedly Chaka Khan was in the house when this shit was going down. So old boy, he tell the homie like, look, go upstairs and tell my mom what's been going on between you and my girl. So the homie pretty much like, all right. As soon as he was about to turn around and go upstairs to go tell her, supposedly he tried to hit the homie with the barrel of the pew-pew and the shit went off. And supposedly he tried to say in court that my homie tried to attack him. That's why he tried to hit him with the pew-pew, which was a fucking lie. But when you got money and clout and status and your people is somebody, you know what I'm saying? Of course you gonna get off the case. And that's exactly what happened. That nigga ended up beating that shit. Now my homie family ended up suing Chaka Khan for a wrongful death suit, right? They ended up getting about 400,000 or 500,000, but it was like too late because my homie didn't even have a casket because his family couldn't afford one. First funeral I ever been to where one of my homeboys died, he wasn't even in a casket. He was in some bullshit. But y'all like, follow, and comment for more stories.